Imagine waking up 400 kilometers above Earth, floating inside a giant space laboratory. And your breakfast is not a fresh omelet, a cup of coffee, or a bowl of cereal. Instead, you open a sealed package, attach a straw, and squeeze your meal out of a plastic container. For astronauts living aboard the International Space Station, eating is not just about taste. It is a battle against zero gravity, limited supplies, and the challenges of keeping the human body alive in space. But what does space food actually taste like? Do astronauts eat strange, futuristic meals? And how do they drink water without it floating away? Today, we are going inside the International Space Station to discover what astronauts really eat in orbit. Living in space may look like an incredible adventure, but daily life aboard the International Space Station is extremely different from life on Earth. Astronauts cannot simply walk into a kitchen, open a refrigerator, and prepare a meal. Every piece of food they eat has been carefully designed, tested, packaged, and transported from Earth. Food in space must meet several important requirements. It needs to be lightweight, easy to store, nutritious, safe for long missions, and most importantly, it cannot create dangerous crumbs. Because in microgravity, a tiny piece of floating food can enter equipment, damage technology, or even become a breathing hazard. On Earth, gravity helps everything stay where it belongs. Your plate stays on the table. Your drink stays inside a cup. Your food stays on your fork. But in orbit, astronauts experience microgravity. Food does not fall down, it floats. That means normal eating habits have to completely change. Astronauts usually eat their meals from special containers attached to trays. Many foods come in sealed packages. They use scissors to open them, then eat with specially designed utensils. Drinks are stored in sealed bags with straws because pouring liquid from a normal cup would create floating bubbles of water everywhere. Imagine trying to drink orange juice while hundreds of tiny drops are flying around your face. That is why even drinking water becomes a science experiment in space. Many people imagine astronauts eating mysterious tubes filled with artificial food. But modern space meals are much more advanced. Astronauts can eat a surprising variety of foods, including pasta, rice, vegetables, chicken, seafood, nuts, desserts, and even some international dishes. One popular category is freeze-dried food. The process removes almost all water from the food while keeping its flavor and nutrients. Before eating, astronauts simply add water, wait a few minutes, and the meal comes back to life. For example, a freeze-dried shrimp cocktail or vegetable soup can become a real meal after adding hot water. The space station also has foods that remind astronauts of home. Some missions include special meals from their countries, allowing astronauts from different cultures to enjoy familiar flavors. A Japanese astronaut might bring Japanese curry. An Italian astronaut might enjoy pasta. These small comforts are important because food is not only fuel for the body, it also provides emotional comfort during months away from Earth. One surprising fact about eating in space is that food can taste different. Many astronauts report that their sense of taste changes while they are in orbit. Why? Because in microgravity, body fluids move differently. More fluid shifts toward the head, causing astronauts to feel like they have a stuffy nose. And when your nose is blocked, food becomes less flavorful. That is why astronauts often enjoy stronger flavors, like spicy sauces, hot peppers, and seasonings. Some astronauts even say that food they normally dislike on Earth becomes enjoyable in space. A simple meal can feel completely different when you are looking at Earth through a window while floating hundreds of kilometers above the planet. Fresh food is one of the biggest challenges in space. The International Space Station does not have a giant refrigerator full of fresh vegetables. Most food must survive for months or even years. However, astronauts sometimes receive fresh supplies when cargo spacecraft arrive from Earth. These deliveries may include fruits, vegetables, and special treats. Imagine spending months in space and suddenly receiving a fresh apple. For astronauts, that simple piece of fruit can feel like a luxury. The space station also experiments with growing plants in orbit. Astronauts have successfully grown lettuce and other small crops, showing that future space missions may one day produce their own food. As humanity prepares for longer missions to the moon and eventually Mars, space food will need to evolve. A trip to Mars could take many months, meaning astronauts cannot depend completely on supplies from Earth. Scientists are exploring new solutions, growing food in space, creating advanced recycling systems, developing more nutritious and longer-lasting meals. Future astronauts may grow vegetables inside spacecraft, use advanced technology to create meals, and have much more variety than astronauts today. The food of tomorrow could be the key to surviving far from Earth. The next time you sit down for a meal on Earth, remember this. For astronauts, eating is not just about satisfying hunger. It is about survival, science, and staying connected to home. Every bite in space represents years of research, engineering, and human curiosity. Because exploring the universe is not only about building rockets and reaching new worlds, it is also about answering one simple question. How will humans eat when they leave Earth behind?